Good evening. Welcome to Daddy Daughter Broadcasting. We're going to try to fix this here a little bit. Just adjust that a tiny bit. There we go. Try to make that a little bit more, a little bit less vibrations. As you can see, I'm overexposed in the sun and loving it. Uh, there we go. Gonna put us in live chat. I don't know. I know I made a change at one time. I made a change once to the live chat function. I put it on super chat. Um, Let me see here. All right. I put it on super chat. And ever since then, wow, I'm getting super overexposed. But I put it on the other chats, I think top chat. And I thought that was useful, but it actually ended up being very unuseful because live chat means you see every single comment that pops up, but top chat means you only see, I guess, certain comments that from people or comments that YouTube deems more important than the others. Whereas to me, every single comment that you put up is important to me, extremely important. So thank you for those of you who take the time to comment and give me your thoughts, your feedback, or just your well wishes or your constructive and friendly criticism. Because I'm all for learning opportunities and I love taking every single learning opportunity I can possibly get to grow and learn and figure things out because nobody's perfect. Some of us are more mature than others. Some of us have had different experiences that have led us to a different, more maturity, to a better mental or emotional state. But I definitely always appreciate constructive and respectful criticism. It's always welcome, always welcome. And I have, of course, somebody tailgating me here, which is not constructive. Sweet Louisa from Memphis, Tennessee. It is great to see you. Um, you are actually the home. You are in the home of Mike Pence. You are. I just learned yesterday that Mike Pence is from. You may or may not appreciate that fact, but you are in Mike Pence's home. I think home state. I don't know if it's his hometown or not. But sweet Louisa, my YouTube sister, it is wonderful and great to see you. I'd really be interested in getting your thoughts on what Morgan Freeman says about race. I don't know if you've seen any of those videos, but like, and I'm just bringing that up just off the cuff. Thank you, sweet Louisa. Just off the cuff because I've had a lot of different discussions about that type of thing lately. And obviously, I'm not going to get into any deep good discussions about Trump or anything, but just thinking about how I've lived in Togo, West Africa, for a month, and there were no racial tensions. White people were welcomed, like myself, were welcomed with open arms as brothers, and Togo was one of the points of no return for the slave trade. Um, and just kind of how racially divided we are in the states is a product of people who have hated other people and who have wanted to hurt other people and enslave other people, and that is terrible. But I also believe that the media does a big has a big responsibility in keeping us divided. And I think back to American heroes, not just black heroes, but American heroes like Martin Luther King, who wanted to unite us all under the principles of love and respect, and who was assassinated for whatever the reason was. But he was one of the rare American heroes that that really wanted to unite us and show us that we can love one another no matter what boundaries, because at the end of the line, we're human brothers and sisters, and race is nothing. We're all of the same skin, and my skin gets darker if I get a tan. Some people have more melatonin than others because of the area of this beautiful earth that they developed in over thousands of years. Some people need more sun, and that's why they have lighter skin, like I do. And some people get the sun all the time, or most of the time, like in a lot of African countries, so they have darker skin, so they don't get too much of a good thing, and probably to protect themselves from cancer and things like that. So, but it's all the same skin, all the same blood. That's just a thought that came to me. Uh, but sweet Louisa, above and beyond all that, happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian brothers and sisters, all my Canadian friends. And yes, it's always on the type of Monday. I think it's always on the second Monday of October in Canada. And that's why I'm lucky and thankful to have off tomorrow. And that's why I didn't edit a vlog this weekend, because I wanted to absolutely spend 100% of my time with Esinam and just focus on having fun and giving her my full attention. And we did a lot of wonderful, fun things today. We went pumpkin picking yesterday, and you bet your bottom dollar we filmed a little bit during that, obviously. But I didn't want to edit and take that time. I wanted to spend that time with Esnam, like I usually do. Um, and I wanted to make sure that she had, Daddy 100% present, like I always try to do. But sometimes you have to edit if you want to stay present. I think I'm coming up to a red light, and it's not mess. Yeah, I can't. I wait. I'm gonna wait till I want to see what you said. As soon as I get to a point where I can comfortably and safely read that comment, I will. I'm looking forward to reading it, actually, to hear your thoughts, sweet Louisa. But yeah, so this weekend I picked up S&M, and we had a ton of fun like usual. We went for walks. Yesterday we went pumpkin picking, and unfortunately, sometimes you have to teach your daughter a lesson just from your actions of how sometimes it's important to stand up for yourself. Like yesterday, we were in the store, and somebody butted us in line, um, and then another woman confusedly thought that I was being too close to her, so I backed up away from her. But she had put her finger in my chest, so I had to respectfully tell her, please don't touch me, and that's not right. That sounds like a great time. Thank you, sweet Louisa. It was. But yeah, so unfortunately, I had that, trying to give a fun holiday experience to my daughter, but it's also I gave her a good lesson just from my actions, and that sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. You have to pick your battles. Don't get me wrong. And I did my best to handle it in the most respectful and dignified way. But it is what it is, and I had to tell someone, hey, sir, we were there first. I'm really sorry. They didn't believe me, so I had to tell the cashier, please get your colleague to tell them that we were here first. Because it's not worth definitely not worth fighting for. If you get into a verbal spat, if you get into a physical altercation, whatever the case may be, that takes a couple minutes, and you're potentially ruining your life for nothing. So I think people that get all hoity-toity and uppity and want to automatically step into a fight in some way, shape, or form, I think that's not healthy, and you're also causing more damage than good. Plus, my daughter was there also. But yeah, it kind of sucks, and I had to very politely tell the lady, I don't bow down to older people being tyrannical. You don't put your finger in my chest, ma'am, and we can handle this like adults. And when she said, well, you need to socially distance, I backed up and said, that's okay, but what's not okay is you putting your finger in my chest. And then afterwards, I had to talk with SNM. I told her, honey, I'm sorry that that happened. I'm sorry you had to see daddy get into an argument with someone, but, I think it's a good lesson that sometimes you have to stand up for yourself and not let somebody take advantage of you or walk all over you. So yeah, so we had that unfortunate situation, but in the end of the line, Esnam understood and she was okay with it, and we talked it out, and it ended up being a great teaching moment. And then today we went out and picked leaves, and she picked some really beautiful leaves, and she picked some really beautiful colors. She has a really good eye for that, and like we usually do every year. We came home, we put them in a book, in the pages of a book, and then put a big, fat, heavy dictionary over top of it. So by next week they'll be flattened and dried out, and we got some pretty footage of the leaves and stuff like that. And we also found a hornet's nest. So Essenam has, see, I had to call the landlord where we live to kill hornets this summer, and they're not fully gone, but I had to do that. And we saw actually a hornet, a vacant hornet's nest that someone had swept out of the trees or swept out of the leaves, and we picked it up with a stick to make sure that there were no. Always check your blind spots, kids, to make sure that there were no hornets still um, holding up, still living there, holding domicile or keeping domicile in that nest. And then I was able to show it to her, and I was able to explain it to her. This is because she actually knows that hornets have a queen, just like bees, and I was able to show her, this is where the hornets lay their eggs, and then that's where the babies grow, and then that's where the babies come out, and this is where it's attached to the tree and stuff like that. So it was a really amazing, a bunch of amazing moments we had, and then we did homework this morning like we always do, and Esnam just loves. She loves learning and she loves having fun while she's learning. And we had a situation today where the teacher said that she was talking during class last week and she didn't know what she had to do for her homework. So she wrote a note in the paper, and I'm glad to know that stuff. But you know what? Also, Essenam told me, Daddy, I wasn't talking. I was looking down, but I wasn't talking. And I asked her a couple of questions to make sure that she wasn't just telling me that because she was afraid of getting in trouble or something. And she really she stood her ground and stuck to her guns. So I can't call my daughter a liar, and I can't call the teacher a liar. So I basically told the teacher, Esnam told me that she was looking down and not paying attention, but that she wasn't talking. But I did coach Esnam on, the situations where she can talk, like at the playground, like at lunch, like when you have to do group work in your class. Those are times that you can and should talk. But then the other times, like when the teacher's giving directions and instructions, then you should listen very very much. And also, I taught SNM today. If you have a problem, if there's something you need help with, you don't understand, just raise your hand and tell the teacher, "Hello, ma'am, I need help." And so I told the teacher that, and hopefully the teacher understands that and gets that. If any reasonable person can't can't take what I said wrong, uh, but I didn't say that I can't call my daughter a liar and I can't call her a liar, because I don't think that's necessary in that particular communication. But I can't because the teacher felt that she saw that, and Esanam lived through it, and she's an incredibly good-hearted and beautiful and amazing girl. So I really don't think that she would tell me a lie like that. Uh, Plus, I don't yell at her. I don't crush my daughter with, I don't use corporal punishment. I don't believe in corporal punishment. We're doing very well with timeout and explanations of, how to do things better and what to do. So, I don't use corporal punishment. I was physically and emotionally and mentally abused as a child, and my parents, I've forgiven them. I love them with all my heart, and I care about them. And I've moved on, um, even though the scars are there, and I'll never trust them fully with anything. But I don't want Esnam to have to go through that. But I can't call her a liar. I don't think she would lie to me about that. And because I'm being super nice about it too. I'm like, yeah, because class is boring. School is boring sometimes, especially when you have iPods and iPads and videos and all these things that you could do to have fun and play, and then all of a sudden you got a teacher wanting you to pay attention, right? But she has to learn it too, right? But you have to be understanding with kids. She is a good kid and she wants to learn, and you can see by when I do homework with her and just in daily life that she really wants to learn. She's a good, smart kid. And I don't think the teacher was saying anything else. Like, I don't think the teacher was saying she was a bad kid. But if this helps anybody watching this later on in how I handled it, I'm glad about that. but the main thing is, it was kind of a really great fathering, teachable moment for SNM, and to realize, there are repercussions, right? If she doesn't pay attention, she's not going to do well in school, and but the last week she had a sticker in her book, so maybe it was just a one-off week where she wasn't feeling. Sometimes you have a bad week, and that's okay. So we'll see how things go this week, and what the teacher says, and if the teacher wants to reach out to me, I'm happy about that too. So yeah, so we had some really great teachable moments this weekend, and I wish we could have caught them on camera. But then again, even if S&M was allowed to be on camera, there are just some things that are better taken care of off the camera, and that probably would have been one of those situations. But we would have talked about it maybe on camera, like I'm doing now. So yeah, other than that, we saw the wasp nest, that the vacant wasp nest, and it was really cool. Sweet Louisa, I got to tell you, I want to read your comment, and I'm gonna get to it, but the traffic has been going extremely smoothly, and I haven't been able to. I haven't even been through a red light. But I will definitely read that comment because I want to know what your thoughts are. I would highly recommend anybody who's listening to this now to watch the Morgan Freeman video. Uh, I think we you know I think racism is terrible. It's disgusting. Um, and race, you know, we're all human beings, and I think it's very clear. Esnam is half African. She could pass for a half African, half white girl, or she could pass for a Hispanic girl. I myself am half Hispanic. I'm half Puerto Rican. I look white, I guess, whatever white is. But we all really just have the same kind of skin. Just some people have more pigment than others. But Morgan Freeman, it's very interesting. Also, when he says that you can't relegate Black history to 1 month, I totally agree with that. I mean, we need to be conscious of that all year round. And Black history is a part of American history. And when you start to say, Martin Luther King was a Black leader and not an American hero, or he was a Black leader, and you can't take that away. But he could have, if he'd have stayed alive, I firmly believe he had a big chance of uniting us all. You know, and showing us that we can all really truly love each other, and we don't need to be constantly berated by how different we are, as the media likes to do. That we just get to know each other and get along and love each other. So if you have a chance, actually, I can. Oh, the sun's in my eyes, but I can maybe I'll step to the side of the road. Let me do that. Let me step to the side of the road here, just for a second. I want to read your comment. I want to see what your thoughts are, Lisa. I want to see what your thoughts are. All right, it's a hot mess here in the U.S. race wise. Too many people are killing innocent people based on color, sexual orientation. You got that right, sweet Louisa. So far, Memphis, Tennessee has stayed out of the racial tension. That's beautiful. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people falling victim to murder and sex trafficking. Yep, there are times you have to pick your battles every now and then. You betcha. Ali Akbar, son or father? I gotta know, son or father? Great to see you, Ali Akbar. Canadian Thanksgivings. That's right. Canadian turkey time this weekend. Live at Daddy Daughter Broadcasting. Or rather, live on Daddy Daughter Broadcasting tonight. Thanksgiving, Canada style. I'm assuming this is Ali Akbar father. I'm assuming. Might be son. If so, hello, young man. Our content is 100% family friendly, so you're welcome here. And being that if I'm not sure if it's a father or not, I will definitely watch my language though, 100%, because I care about the language that children are exposed to, and I would only want my daughter to be exposed to positive language. No, I made son his own. Oh, I remember that you said you did make him his own YouTube channel. So there you go. And I think that's great that you're teaching him, exposing him to that at a young age. and I know that you're going to be a great father and helping him navigate that, because social media ain't going away, and that's what I've been trying to do with SNM. It ain't going away, and you're using social media more and more in the workplace in different ways, and you absolutely need to know how to navigate social media properly and not fall victim to different scams or different unsavory elements and situations that could arise when you're on the internet. I'm navigating through the wonderful road systems in Canada, in Montreal. The people who made the road systems up and the traffic patterns in Montreal must have been rushing through it or just didn't care, because it's terrible. Sometimes you have to go through 3 lanes of traffic to get on the highway. So you have like a service road with 3 lanes of traffic, and then you have the highway right in the middle, and then another 3 lanes of service road going in the opposite direction. What I just did was some kind of weird jug handle. I'll have to take a picture of it someday and put that in a vlog so you guys can see that traffic pattern that I just did. Ridiculous traffic pattern. I have to go around through 3 lanes of traffic where there's just a stop sign, and hopefully, and there's a yield sign somewhere along the way, and hope that, and be super careful. And I just had somebody kind of go around me from behind, which was not the right thing to do for that person. Let me see if I can knock the sun out of my eyes. He loves YouTube too. He's always watching Preston Plays Minecraft YouTubers. That's awesome. We watch Mr. Beast and PewDiePie together. We definitely watch YouTube more than we watch traditional television. I hear you, Ali Akbar. We're exactly the same way. In fact, I'm going to tell you a little known secret. I might get a television eventually, because I want SNM to have that big screen, and it's good for movies. But I haven't had a TV in years. I have been watching. What I love about YouTube is that you choose what you watch, and whether it's documentaries or just the internet in general, you can choose what you watch. You, excuse me, TV burp. You can choose what you watch. You can, you're not just fed something. You have a say in what you're watching and what you're doing. So I totally get that and appreciate that. Um, my 3-year-old son loves. I didn't catch that, but I'm glad he loves fun channels. Mr. Beast. I feel like me personally, I'm a little bit jealous of Mr. Beast in a positive way. I'm always happy and proud for other people's success. I think that's Gemma, even though the sun's in my eyes. Gemma, it's great to see you, YouTube sister. But I find his channel wasteful, and I also find that his philanthropy is just there to hide the fact that he's super wasteful. But I'll tell you, if I could do what he was doing, I would do it too. So it is what it is, and I just wish there could be. But it's fun, it's funny, it's captivating content. So he is a great YouTuber, and he does a really good job, and he's figured out how to make videos go viral in multiple ways. Happy birthday, Gemma. Happy birthday. Happy Canadian, American, English, worldwide birthday. Much love and respect goes right out to you, Gemma, my great friend and YouTube sister. Just like everybody else is here, wonderful YouTube brothers that we have here and sisters right now. Um, by the way, so yeah, so he 32, awesome. So you gonna do anything special? I think England is maybe still quarantining, or you're gonna maybe order a cake. You're gonna be able to get together with family. How are you gonna spend that birthday? That and that wonderful celebration of the fact that you, a wonderful special person, was born 32 years ago this weekend. What was it? Yesterday or today? Your birthday weekend. Right now we're celebrating Canadian Thanksgiving, which is, it seems to be more religious here than it is just a fun holiday. But people get together and pretty much do the same things as in the States. They have turkey, all kinds of fun things here. And what's fun for me, I don't really celebrate the Canadian Thanksgiving per se, but I'm thankful to have a day off And I wish a happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian friends, brothers and sisters, and all the people that I know here. But yeah, so Mr. Beast, but it's amazing content. I have to tell you, Ali Akbar. So I totally get that. PewDiePie, I never really got into PewDiePie. Some gaming, like Esnam watches a lot of Roblox gamers, which I think is cool because she actually finds different new games to play there. So I think that's super cool. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Mr. Beast is a bad person. I just feel like it's indicative of our times to have such an extravagant, wasteful video suite of videos. But if I could go on a yacht in the Bermuda Triangle with my daughter and film it, I probably would do the same thing. I don't know if I would spin it the same way. I don't know if I would do it the same way. I'd probably do it in more of the style of Casey Neistat because I love Casey Neistat's videos, but he's taken, I think, $21,000 plane trips, not because he paid for it, but because he was given it. It was given to him as a gift from, I think, United Arab Emirates, so that he could show off to his millions of viewers, that type of experience on a plane. And would I do it? You betcha. I think I would make it a little bit differently, but it is what it is. Um, but more power to Mr. Beast. I love, he seems, I think deep down he's a good guy. I don't know him personally. None of us do, but I don't like the extravagance part of it. I don't like the wasteful part of it, but you know, he does philanthropy, so I get it. But I'm happy that your son, is interested in that stuff. I mean, there are worse things to be interested in. Trust me. Um, so yeah. So Gemma, it's your birthday. Happy birthday again. I don't know if you wrote yet what you're doing, but I'm coming up to a stoplight, so I will be able to check that out. I am going to be taking tomorrow to edit a vlog, so I will be taking the time to do that tomorrow. Thank you, Louisa. We're still in lockdown. I went out with family today. Well, that's beautiful. Beautiful. So, did you guys go to a restaurant? Did you just go for a walk and have a picnic? What did you guys do? Esnam and Daddy, we uh, we went pumpkin picking yesterday, and she now knows the difference between a squash, a gourd, and a pumpkin, which I love. And we had a lot of fun doing that. And last night we played Roblox and had dinner. And then today the sun is getting super low in the sky and it's blinding me. Um, but yeah, so then today we did homework. We went and collected leaves to put into a book and squash them for a week so that they get dried out and they keep their beautiful color. I'm gonna have to be careful coming up here because there's a police car that has stopped someone, or hopefully it's not an accident. All right, so Jevin said I went to a restaurant earlier. Uh, to I've come down with a sickness bug, so I'm in bed. Well, I am so sorry. Is that food poisoning? That type of situation, or I definitely hope it's nothing grave, given the circumstances that we hear about daily. But I hope it's nothing grave. I hope you feel better soon. What a poo poo time to have to feel sick on your birthday weekend. I'm not sure. I'm okay drinking water. Yeah, depending on what's going on, definitely drink a lot of water if you're able to. Let's see. Okay, so on this type of road, you got to be careful too because there's buses on it, and I'm sure in every place of the world, but in Montreal, you have to yield to buses no matter what. Thankfully, they have. So here's the police car I'm coming up on now. Yeah, I don't know what is going on here actually. I'm too close to home for comfort, so I can't really show you guys. But yeah, there's a lot of police hanging around. There's an old woman. Plus, actually, yeah. So right to my right here, I'm sure you might actually be able to see in the back of the. You can probably see the lights of the police car blinking in my mirror or something. But To my right, if you look at, I don't know, right here, there's police talking to an older woman, and there's a group of people hanging around there at the bus stop. Kind of an uncomfortable place to be stopped, but you're getting it live right now. All the action at Daddy Daughter Broadcasting. I hope it's nothing. I don't see any car accidents or anything like that. But yeah, kind of sucks. That's not a good way to end a Sunday evening. Sunday. There's the police. You can see kind of on the right in the window there. I didn't want to. Obviously, I'm driving. I got a ticket in February 2019 for holding my phone in my hand without even talking on the phone or anything. I was just holding my two hands on the steering wheel and time lapsing, and I got a ticket. So after that, you bet your bottom dollar, Daddy bought the stand, the beautiful stand that my phone is in now, as we speak. So to avoid things like that happening, and if I don't get a good shot because I don't have it in my hands, then so be it. It's not worth a ticket, and it's definitely not worth an accident or any other type of distraction. So I totally get why those laws are in place. Um, but yeah, so I moved away from that very uncomfortable situation. Oh yeah, and we also went to McDonald's yesterday, and Esnam got her. We won something on Monopoly. I don't know what we won. I have to figure it out. But we won something. It's abbreviated, so I don't know what it means. But and Esnam got a toy in the Happy Meal. Usually the toys, I don't like them. They're cheap. When we got Feisty Pet toys at Burger King, that was amazing. I love that, and they're pretty good quality for what they are. I tend to think that Burger King has better toys. Are you from the States, DDB? I don't hear you say a lot or out and about. Out and about. Yeah, I am from the States, born and raised in New Jersey, brother. Isaiah, happy Thanksgiving right back at you. If you're Canadian, if not, I will say happy Thanksgiving to you on the fourth Thursday of November when that time rolls around. But happy Thanksgiving and thank you for those Thanksgiving wishes. I am not Canadian. I'm well, actually, I am Canadian, but was born and raised in New Jersey in the States. And that's where this accent comes from. Well, Isaiah, happy Thanksgiving to you, brother, right here and right now. Happy Thanksgiving. What are you doing? Anything special for this wonderful Thanksgiving weekend? I know that depending on where you're from, there might be a hot spot like in Montreal, where I'm from, and you might have to do some social distancing and not, you might be limited in the amount of people you can have over. But let me know, brother. Let me know. Um, okay, so we can stop. We're stopped now. Let me pull this up and over here. Let me see if we got any other comments. All right. So yeah, Ali Akbar, born and raised in New Jersey, in the States, around the middle of New Jersey, close to Trenton, the capital. And yeah, I don't really say A. I think because I also speak very fluent French. I actually have a master's degree in French grammar and literature. So my French is actually better than a lot of the people here in general. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. It's just a fact. And I can say that because a lot of people here have admitted that as well. I haven't been there since I was a kid to Canada. Yeah, the last time, awesome, PA. So you're from the States like I am. What brought you to Canada is a question that I'm sure you hear a million times, like I have heard. For me, it was my master's degree, and then my daughter ended up being born here, and the rest is history. But I always will love the States and hold Alberta. I think Brent Albert. Okay, Brent Albert is a place in PA, I guess. But that's awesome, Isaiah. But yeah, so I'm sure you hear that question a million times. Why Canada? Because that's what a lot of people ask me. And I started my master's degree here, finished it here, ended up staying here, and through a long string of events, my daughter being born among them, I have been up here. But I will always hold a very dear spot in my heart for the great United States of America. And Canada's a great country too, don't get me wrong. But I will always hold a dear spot in my heart for New Jersey. even though some call it the armpit of the states, and also for the states in general. But yeah, I wouldn't mind living in Canada or anywhere that isn't New York. TBH, I don't know what that means, but that's a kid from the '90s talking. I don't know what TBH means. I just finished having food. Bonne digestion, as they say in French. I hope your digestion is fruitful and comfortable and satiating. And I hope that you're doing well and you've eaten well and you feel great. And happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you and your family just have a wonderful, lovely time. So yeah, I have now made it back to the Daddy Daughter Broadcasting home studio. I'm going to be editing a vlog tomorrow, so be on the lookout tomorrow, Isaiah and Ali, and you're welcome, Isaiah, and Sweet Louisa and Gemma. Be on the lookout for that vlog tomorrow. Um, to be honest, I think you're kind of making me wonder if I made that up myself. Probably not. I probably just don't know what it means. Like, I always tend to look things up though. Like with S&M, I always say, if we don't know the answer, we're gonna look it up and figure it out. So that's a good habit. But you never know. Maybe you're gonna start a trend, Ali. Who knows? But yeah, so I'm not really, I don't really celebrate the Canadian Thanksgiving, even though I dig it and I wish the best to all my Canadian brothers and sisters. But I will be taking advantage of the day off, and I will be editing vlogs like an absolute boss. And be also on the lookout for more music. I'm going to be going live more often, playing music. On the next live stream, I'm going to play Nirvana. I'm going to try to do a whole string of Nirvana songs: Polly, Drain You, Lithium, Heart Shaped Box, all those songs. All right, well, take it easy. Wish you all the best, Isaiah. But yeah, my long goodbyes. I know I have long endings to the vlog, so I'm just going to end it now. Much love and respect. Daddy Daughter Broadcasting signing off. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful week and a big happy birthday to you, Gemma. And I wish you guys all the best. One love, guys. Take it easy.